flashing your smile at the tide race. I went away from the road that I was on.
I just see another person spending money and playing with toys on a scale that won't amount to a footnote against the likes of Enzo, Hughes, or Preston Tucker.
I didn't start out to be Enzo Ferrari, Henry the Deuce, or Preston Tucker. I just wanted to make a car for myself and my family, and something I would enjoy. You know, it's like when Bob Dylan said, it's for myself and my friends, my stories I tell. Now, the truth of it is, P45 has taken on a life of its own. I mean, this isn't me. She is an object that has become a completely iconic object. I mean, Gordon Murray, who designed the McLaren F1, said 50 years from now, this is what's going to be sitting on the lawn at Pebble Beach. Great things are when you get real lucky, but when you have very talented people who come together and are given the freedom to create. I mean, Jason was given freedom. Andrea Pininfarina was given the freedom. Paolo was given the freedom. Sal was given the freedom, and they were given the encouragement to do something really wonderful by me. I also put in my 2 cents worth, and it ain't so bad. But I don't care. I didn't do this to become Henry the Deuce, Enzo, or Preston. I did it because I wanted to do it. Right. Where it goes, who cares?
You've given me complete control also to tell the story how I want it. Why give me complete control? Because this isn't manufactured by you at all.
Because here's the thing. You know, I used to make movies. I wrote and directed movies. I wrote and directed Exterminator, Shakedown, other movies.
Frankenhooker?
No, I was executive producer of Frankenhooker, which I really like. It was Frank Henenlotter was the director, and he did Basket Case. He's a very talented guy. Look, Bill Murray said Frankenhooker was his favorite movie. Let us quote him. That's not the point. When I made movies, I had creative control sometimes studios did, and I did the best I could in my thing. But the one thing that I learned was that if you were working with Christopher Walken, like on McBain, and he had a vision of who McBain was, you know, he probably knew what he was doing. And I probably didn't know what I was doing, even though I wrote it as to the nuances of it and how he wanted to portray it. So I think that sometimes the best thing creative people can do, or financing people can do, is to find creative people and let them do their thing.
Can't you see
piece of automotive history.
Some things that really stuck out. I was sort of surprised by how many people were there and how seriously they took this whole project. It wasn't just like meeting with 1 or 2 people from the track. And one of the things that they were sort of concerned about, especially the media guy, concerned in a good way, but he's like, well, what's happening with all this footage and this publicity, and who, you know, he was, I think, blown away by how much publicity the video had gotten and the website had gotten. And I think he was sort of wondering, what happens with that? Where's that going? What's the point of it? I don't think any of us went into this with any expectations about press, about trying to raise a ruckus or anything like that. I mean, it really was, let's go racing, you know, pay homage to the 60s when people went racing. I think the things that are surprising me is how far out press is happening. There's this teeny little detail that gets released on a website or Ferrari Chatter or a comment on something, and it gets picked up and it's news. The announcement of the drivers became news. I think it's just going to be exponential. I mean, I think of, you know, when there's actually more things to report,
right,
and unveiling, right, people have a better sense of what it's going to look like, so that's a little less, sure, of the mystery.
Biggie. This goes out to you. This goes out to you, and you, and you, and you. This goes out to you. This goes out to you.
Tell me, what's been the response like with you having to take, you know, the badge off and all that kind of stuff?
Zero. No one gives a shit. It's really scary. No one gives a shit. The newspapers don't give a shit. The magazines don't give a shit. The fans don't give a shit.
Was told in shootouts, stay low and keep firing. Keep extra clips for extra shit. Who's next to flip on that cat with that grip on rap? The most shady. Frankie, baby.
A huge article in Top Gear.
Yeah.
They called it the dark horse. Ferrari is fighting something that they can't fight, and that they don't know how to fight.
Right.
I mean, you think they're going to get a video on the FF like the one you made?
Hell no.
The notorious. Mean us before I squeeze and bust. If the beef between us, we can settle it with the chrome and metal shit. I make it hot like a kettle get. You're delicate, you better get who sent you. You still pedal shit. I got more rides than Great Adventure. Biggie.
How are you gonna do it?
You know, we're making P45 Competizione. The aspects of our chassis and our suspension, they're basically Ferrari GT2, so there's nothing ultra secret about it. So we're able to post it as we go and show pictures and make it accessible. And I've always thought that's the best part of it, is when you can make something accessible.
Your mark gets set when I spark you wet. Look how dark you get when you're marked for death. Should I start your breath or should I let you die? In fear you start to cry, ask why. Lyrically I'm worship, don't front the word sick. You cursed it, but rehearsed it. I drop unexpectedly like bird shit. You herbs get stuck quickly for real, don't hit me no more. This goes out for those that choose to use disrespectful views on the king of NY. Fuck that, why try? Throw bleach in your eye, now you're brailing it. Snatch that light shit, I'm scaling it. Conscience of your nonsense. In 88, so more powder than Johnson & Johnson. Tote steel like Bronson. Vigilante, you wanna get on, son? You need to ask me.